In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a few reasons for why I am very concerned about American society. America is a great nation and has been a nation which I have had great respect over the years. However, as time has gone on, as an Oxford student, as someone observing the world, I have slowly realized that it is going in a massive downhill direction, and I thought I'll share my thoughts with you. Since this is a self-improvement channel and not a political channel, I'm not going to be doing a Ben Shapiro reacts to Supreme Court Justice kind of video, but rather I am just going to be giving you my thoughts, talking you through some of my reasoning for why I think America has really gone downhill and some problems which have to be fixed. I hope you enjoy this video, and of course if you agree or disagree with anything that I say, then let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts over there. Let's get started with the first reason for why I'm very concerned for America, and that is the president. And there's a lot of things I could say about Joe Biden, but I'm not talking about this from a political landscape. What I'm talking about is how the president is undercutting the Supreme Court. Recently, the Supreme Court has made a few landmark decisions about affirmative action, about LGBTQ rights, and all these things. I'm not going to be delving into those individual issues. If you want me to talk about them, let me know in the comments below. However, what I do want to talk about is Joe Biden's public and professional imposition, almost ex cathedra statements of his arguments against the Supreme Court's actions. Now that is something which I would argue is extremely problematic. And the reason why I'm saying it's extremely problematic is not because Joe Biden holds opinion X. I don't care what Joe Biden believes in. Everyone has a right and is entitled to their own opinion. But when Joe Biden speaks ex cathedra, or when he speaks in a position of his power, guess what happens, you know? You have the President of the United States undermining his own Supreme Court. When has that ever happened? Like, seriously. You cannot possibly see a situation where someone is so oblivious, ignorant of their own position as president, to undermine their own country's Supreme Court system. And it's not just any court judgments, it's their top of the line, their Supreme Court, the highest court of arbitration. He, the president, is undermining that. And if you undermine the Supreme Court, you're essentially undermining the entire legal system. You as a president cannot do that. It would be like the Pope, right? He might believe whatever he wants. I don't care. But if Pope Francis ex cathedra argues that some dogma is completely wrong, he becomes a heretic. He cannot say that. Even if he believes in something slightly heretical, he cannot say that out loud. In the same way, the president should never, and I don't know how to stress this enough, should never, ever get into a position where he's undermining his own Supreme Court. Now, the second reason why I am so concerned about American society as a whole is its polarization. And when I mean polarization, I mean that people are significantly torn apart. There's a difference between having different opinions, discussing, debating them with your friends, with people you disagree with. That is fruitful dialogue. But what we've seen in America so far is that the mainstream media, mainstream society has gone downhill. People have lost the ability to think rationally, to talk with other people around them, and have just resulted in just arguing against each other, butting heads with each other. And that's something which is clearly negative and clearly dangerous. If you're going to constantly butt heads against each other, what's that going to do to your psyche? What's that going to do to your mentality? What's that going to do to your society moving forward? If you can't have progressive dialogue, if you can't have fruitful discussion with people you disagree with, that's just going to lead to ideologues, mindless ideologues, extremism, which we've seen a lot on social media, both on the left and both on the right. Have you ever realized when you're going through your reels that the only people you see are not moderate people, but rather extreme, either leftist or right-wing people? You rarely see people on the moderate spectrum, and people on the moderate spectrum who are popular. Jordan Peterson, is he moderate? I honestly don't know. I don't know where to draw the line anymore, just because of how extreme and polarized things have gotten in America, and that's something we have to watch out for. Last thing I would like to talk about America is free speech. And this is what I would say has disappointed me most about America. America, to me, and to a lot of other people in Hong Kong and around the world, has been a symbol of freedom and liberty. People look to America for their freedom, to protect their freedom. But what has America become? They're no longer a bastion of freedom. You can no longer speak freely. Things like cancel culture, things like banning on Twitter, shadow bans on other platforms. Of course, Twitter, now that Elon Musk has come over, has become a bit better, but shadow banning on various platforms. These things are really preventing and hindering freedom of speech. And if the global bastion of freedom, the Statue of Liberty itself, has fallen, then I really have very big concerns about how well freedom can be protected in other countries as well. So those are 3 reasons for why I am very concerned about America right now and the state it is in. I hope you share these concerns, or perhaps you don't. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts there. If you like this video, then make sure to like and subscribe and share it with your friends if you found it helpful. Stay safe, my friends. See you soon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. I'll see you next one.